Turning now to your community focus, the status of some major investigations and the creation of a brand new cold case unit. There's always a lot of ground to cover with Attorney General Peter Neronha. He joins me now live in studio. Thanks for being here.
Good to be with you.
So let's start with one of those investigations. The fire at the Harborside Inn, the Block Island Hotel, is a loss. And your office is now investigating. Is it possible that criminal charges could be filed here?
I think it's too soon to tell. I mean, certainly the fact that, thank God, there was no loss of life, sort of brings, if you will, the pace that I feel like we need to move at a little bit less intently because we have so much on our plate. But it's too early to tell really where this will go. Okay,
and speaking of having a lot on your plate, you got sent a letter by the Providence School Board to check in on the $72 million contract that was awarded for the Providence Schools maintenance. Providence Mayor Brett Smiley was here in studio with me, and he said if an additional round of bidding was afforded to only one applicant and not the other two, it could potentially be illegal. So are you looking into this?
Well, look, those two members of the City Council, as you point out, sent me a letter. I'm going to meet with them, and we'll see where it takes us. It's too soon to tell whether a violation of the law is something that's within our jurisdiction to enforce. Sometimes bidding regulations don't lead to criminal charges, but there may be other means of enforcement. But it's really too early for me to really weigh in on this with any kind of real thoroughness at this point.
So you'll meet with them and then decide from there whether you'll formally launch an investigation.
Yeah, look, and of course we have to, interest as well our investigative arm, which would be in this case probably the Rhode Island State Police, could be Providence. But the way this typically works is we'll take the information in, we'll see if there's more that we need to run down, and then sort of make a decision whether it makes sense for us to pursue it further. Certainly we would if we thought there was criminal misconduct, but it's way too soon to say that that's where this will lead.
Okay, another investigation I want to get an update from you on is the signature scandal. It was certainly making a lot of headlines around the primary. And again, to remind folks at home, we're talking about the allegations of forgeries on Sabina Matos's congressional candidacy papers. Matos lost in the primary, but do you think that you'll have a resolution on this before the general election?
Hard to say. The state police and our lawyers, our prosecutors are working hard, tracking the witnesses down and putting together the materials we need to make that decision. So Kim, I don't want to forecast it. The general election is coming up, I guess, 3-4 weeks away. Yeah. So certainly I would think by the end of the year we should have some clarity on that.
Okay, by the end of the year on the signature scandal. Okay, some big news came out last week, and this is right in my wheelhouse because I do a series on cold cases. I want to talk to you about the new cold case unit. You announced some of the people who will be staffing that. Talk us through what's happening behind the scenes.
Yeah, so they're already hard at work. So we hired as investigators two recently retired Providence police detectives, Ted Michael and Tim McGann. Tim's a sergeant, both longtime detectives. In fact, they retired from Providence to join us. And so they directly moved from the Providence Police Department to our cold case unit. It's going to be working with Providence and other agencies, law enforcement agencies around the state where they have cold cases they would like us to help with. Jim Baum is going to lead it from the prosecutorial side. He's an experienced homicide prosecutor. Jess Valello, one of our really strong attorneys, is going to join them in that. So they're already hard at work. We also have an investigative team down there that's assisting them where necessary, and we're making some good progress. What I've really been pleased with is that law enforcement departments like Newport, for example, Providence, of course, because of that connection with their former detectives, have been really great about sitting with us and really, frankly, allowing us to help them. I mean, all this is really about devoting resources directly at these cases, both prosecutors and investigators, that frankly, when they're when they're in their regular roles, if you will, they don't have the time to do that. So I think we're going to get good results, and I think, I wouldn't think it's going to take too long until we're able to announce that we've made significant progress on one or two cases.
Fabulous. All right, we look forward to that. And before I let you go, I just want to talk politics for a second. Ted Nesi wrote in his Nesi's Notes column about you potentially taking another look at higher office. We're talking about running for governor. Is it possible that you would primary Governor Dan McKee?
Oh, it's way too early for me to tell you what I would do 3 years from now. We've got a lot of work to do in the AG's office. I know that's kind of the stock answer when you get asked a question like that, but it's true. I sat with my healthcare team today. I'm really concerned about healthcare. It's one of the reasons I've considered doing something else when I'm done with this job, because I think we are headed for a crisis, significant crisis in healthcare, at the latest by 2026. And I don't want to be leaving this job with healthcare responsibility and these problems not solved. I think we need more leadership elsewhere in the state to really do it, but we are working hard on it. We're working towards specific things that we can do to improve this, and hope to have an ability to present that publicly in the near future. We're meeting with other leaders. The speaker's coming in for a meeting this week. I've already sat down with Senator Reed. It was the subject of our conversation during a lot of the Columbus Day Parade in Westerly this weekend. Healthcare is on his mind. It's on my mind. It's on the speaker's mind. We are headed for a bad place unless we get a handle on it.
All right, we will stay tuned on your future political moves then. Attorney General Peter Neronha, thanks for being here.
Thanks, Kim. Good to be with you.